Very good morning to all the students. Let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Arun Kumar Singh, Senior Professor and Head, Department of Extension Education, Institute of Agriculture Science, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. Today, we would like to discuss about communication skills. As you all know, communication skills play a very vital role in our day-to-day activities. And the basic aspects of communication skills are listening, speaking, reading and writing skills, which are very important for communication skills. What is the meaning of skill? The meaning of skill is the ability to do something well. And what is communication skills? Art of getting your message across effectively through spoken words, written words, visual images, body language. These all aspects of communication play a very important role as far as communication skills are concerned. There are different types of communication skills. Say for examples, you might be aware about the basic aspects of communication, SMCR model, source, message, channel and receiver. The source is responsible for encoding, like say for examples, writing or speaking, and receiver on the other parts responsible for decoding, say for examples, reading and listening. And in other words, it can also be known as input output. The input is listening and output is speaking. Similarly, reading is input and writing is output. And if someone who is having ability to perform all these roles effectively, certainly their skills of communication will be very effective. And what is listening? This involves actively paying attention to and understanding spoken languages, including non-verbal cues. In communication, what happens? Verbal and non-verbal both play a very important role. The importance of verbal and non-verbal, both communication skills are important. Another skill is speaking skill. This is the ability to express oneself verbally, conveying thoughts and ideas clearly and concisely. The third aspect is reading. These skills allow individual to comprehend written information, including extracting meaning and understanding the context of the communication. The another aspects of skill is writing. If someone having ability to write effectively is also one of the important skill of communication. This involves expressing thoughts and ideas in a written format, using appropriate language and grammar to communicate effectively play very important role as far as writing skill is concerned. What are the component of ideal communication? Say for examples, listening is very important. There are two different types of listening also, like active listening and passive listening. These all listening amount to constitute around 45% of our communication process. Similarly, speaking constitute around 30%, reading around 16% and writing around 9%. Order in which we learn, this all are a kind of hypothetical situation wherein we are supposed to learn and know the communication. What are the good communication skills which are required for effective communication skills? Use of verbal and non-verbal techniques. As you all know, communication is going to happen with both kind of activities, verbally and non-verbal, both. Questioning, while giving any information to the group of people, questioning is one of the skill which is also play a very important role. Explaining the phenomena right from simple to complex or complex to simple. Listening attentively. Many a times our physical presence may be there, but we are not listening attentively. Giving options and views. Language skills like rhythm, pitch and volume also play very important role as far as language skills are concerned. Always keep in mind what is the purpose of communication. If you know the purpose of communication, certainly the communication is going to happen very effectively. And what is the aspects to be covered, when it is to be delivered, where it is to be delivered, and to whom the communication is designed, and how hands-on experience. In other words, head, hearts and hands, development of all these three aspects are to be important. How to improve communication skill? There are many ways through which we can improve our communication skills. While communicating with the audience or a group of people, it should be very clear. There should not be any ambiguity. It should be to the point. We should not deviate from the topic, and it should be organized. Similarly, it should be concise or in a brief. It should not elaborate each and every aspect in a manner it should create confusion over there. And language play a very important role. Appropriate language. Suppose if we are using simple language, the purpose of communication is to convey the message rather than using complicated ideas or complex language, wherein audience is not able to understand the proper meaning of the communication, and should not be very long. While communicating with the group of people, it should be very concise, brief and to the point. Selection of proper words also play a very important role. In communication, we normally justify meanings are in the people's minds, not in the words. Therefore, always use simple words so that the audience should have proper understanding. Avoid monotony. While communicating, there must be a kind of variation is also to be required. Where to emphasize, where to conclude, how to introduce, introductory part, it's always play a very important role. And the next point is use of common language. The common language means if you are using simple and common language, the audience will be able to learn the communication or the message or the information very easily without any difficulty. Should not use complex sentences. It is always emphasized that always use simple words and simple sentence so that the audience may not have any difficulty as far as learning of those informations are concerned.
Today we are already discussing on basic communication skills. As we know very well, communication skills are very important for our life. If we know how to react, how to listen, how to speak, how to read, how to write, so these are the basic and fundamental communication skills that are very much required for our life. Being a good student, being any human being, even in the society, each and every person would need these skills. If you are having proficiency in these particular skills, you can set yourself as a esteemed individual of the society. And even in the field, professional field, even in educational, or you can say in any social life or even personal life, communication skills are very much important. And basically these skills, how we can improve these skills. So today we will learn about this, how we can improve these skills, because without having these skills, we cannot communicate properly, or we cannot perceive others' emotions in proper way. So for that, it is very much important. So today, let's have the light over this particular topic. So first of all, we talk about the listening skills. Yes, how we listen the things and how we can improve the listening skills. because listening is also a skill, but how it can be improved, how it can be improvised, so that we can have a good strength on that particular skill. So let's have the few salient points or salient strategies why adopting this type of strategy, and why following these important points we can improve our listening skills. The first point is that is be fully present. Yes, that is very important, even not in classroom, but even at any place of discussion, any place where you are going to hear any discussion or any conversation or any message, any program, that may be any seminar, conferences, classroom, or any public discussion, or that may be your social discussion, anywhere. If you are there and if you are fully present in that particular discussion, then definitely you can improve your listening skills. So how it works, let's see. So be fully present means put away distractions. Yes, whenever you go to join any discussion or hear any lecture, attend any lecture, or you attend any program, that may be a professional, that may be any other program like that, for entertainment, and followed by any walk of life, any type of program where you want to receive any information, you want to hear somebody. So in that sense, you would need to put away distractions. Distractions means the hindrances by which you can be intervened, you can be interrupted. That all the articles, that all type of the tools, all type of the components, that must be away from that. Especially phone, multitasking, etc. These are the just examples of this particular distractions. As we know, suppose you are somewhere, you are attending seminar, you are attending any classroom, or you are attending any very good discussion, panel discussion, whatever, any meeting and all. But in between, if we will start tickling on the mobile, then your attention will be disturbed. We will not be attentive towards what dialogue is going on, what discussion is going on, and what that particular topic we are discussing. So there are a lot of important information may be missed out. So for that reason, we should keep switch off your mobile or stop your multitasking. Means at the time of discussion or hearing somebody, we should avoid to have busyness, or you can to have the multitasking like activity and all. So this is very important point. You must take care of this. Make eye contact and face the speaker. And this is also one of the very good strategy. Suppose anybody is delivering speech, and your teacher, your professor, your social leader, or whatever, if anybody is delivering the speech and you are just putting eyes at his or her face, so that eye contact will also save you from the distractions, and you will be able to hear that particular person. So that's for that particular person. For that particular reason, the eye contact is very important. So you must be keep eye contact on the face of speaker. So that is also important, so that you can improve your listening power. Moreover, use open body language to show attentiveness. Sometime whatever we generally realize, or we just observe in the class, that what a student do, they try to gossiping, and they try to murmuring, they try to touching each other and asking for some pen, pencil, or like that. I mean, different type of activities they can indulge in that. So that type of activity must be stopped. We must be very attentive. We must be take forward ourselves, lean forward, and all likewise. So your body language must be very positive and attentive. Then you will be able to hear that particular person who or she is delivering the speech. So that will improve your listening skills. The next point, a very important point, that practice active listening. How we can practice the active listening? Active listening focus on understanding, not just hearing. Here there is a need to understand, means what dialogue is going on, what discussion is going on. We should try to hear and understand that particular topic, not just hearing for showing off that yes, we are hearing for sake of hearing. We should not be involved in such type of the activities. Then use verbal cues like I see, interesting, tell me more. In this way, students, you can be involved in actively, means you can in active way you can involve. I see, you must be answer, you must be reactive. Yes, I see, interesting, sir, it is interesting, or tell me more, something about that. Means these type of the questioning, and be prompt in taking actions and responsive, then you will be able to hear somebody or to listen somebody in proper way. Don't interrupt. Yeah, it's very important. As we generally see in many cases, students or people, they try to interrupt somebody or they try to interrupt a speaker. Never try such type of interruption, because due to interruption the flow of information get disturbed and a speaker get deviated from his path. So for that sense, if we want to streamline our discussion, if we want to hear properly somebody's concept or message, we should not disturb to him. Let him or her speak completely, let him finish, let her finish, and after that, if he or she is just advising you to ask questions, or he offering you to ask questions, you providing chance to ask questions, at that time you can make your queries, you can make your questions, so that the discussion may be more live or interesting. So this is also a part of improving listening skills. So we should not interrupt in between, but after completing that particular topic or discussion, if somebody is taking pause in that particular time, you can ask questions by due permission of the speaker. Yes, so that will be a right practice or for improving our listening skills. Don't interrupt. Yes, this has been completed. And now the next one is the reflect and paraphrases. Yes, how we can define the paraphrases and reflect? Yes, say things like, so what you are saying is, such type of the questionings you can ask. These are the paraphrasing. It reflects your interest. Do you mean that? Means if you are asking these questions, means you are understanding something. That's why you are correlating your ideas with the idea that were already given by the speaker. So that's why you can ask that, do you mean that? Yes, that means you are understanding to him or you are listening to that particular person. So this will improve your listening skills. This shows that you are listening and clarifying your understanding. So that involvement, that active involvement will improve your listening skills. Ask thoughtful questions. Yes, sometimes what happens, if we are trying to ask questions, they are very futile questions, they are of no use and they are not having sense over there, but still we are trying to ask questions. Don't try to make such type of queries and questions during the proper discussion, during the healthy discussion, during the healthy conversation. So we should try to make thoughtful questions. Thoughtful questions will require a lot of meditation, lot of mind work and recall process, then you can ask. So that means it will improving your listening skills. Ask open-ended questions to deepen the conversation, and open-ended questions are always better to make discussion more healthy. So you can ask open-ended questions like, how did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? That you can ask, followed by what happened next? What happened next? In such type of the queries you can ask. Suppose anybody are telling you a story and you are hearing that story and somebody just trying to take pause, in that you can ask questions, what happened next. So these type of the thoughtful questions may be asked. The next point is the improve focus. Yeah, focus is very important. The practice mindfulness and the meditation to train attention, it's very much required. Focus and belief is very important during the discussion, and we should focus on the discussion so that you can have the right essence of that particular discussion. Take short mental break to stay sharp, and sometimes it's also required we can have a little break also, so that we can our attention may be properly up to a time period of the discussion. And especially in long conversation, a sharp break, a short break is very important, because it all, and again it revitalizes the energy, and we again become refreshed to hear that particular lecture or the particular information or that particular conversation. Yes. Listen to understand, not to reply. Yes. Very important point. We should try to listen something to understand, to learn, to observe, to decide, to make decision or like that. But don't try to reply only. Don't plan your response while the other person is speaking. What happens in between? Somebody is speaking and we are murmuring and we are making plan, we will ask such of type of questions or like that. So it will indulge you in, it will make your brain busy, and you will not be able to grasp that particular point, and finally it will break your better listening. So for that, it's important, don't plan your response while the other person is speaking. Train yourself to pause and process before speaking. That is also very good habit. If you are training yourself like that, after taking a process, a pause or process before speaking. Before speaking, we would need to make preparation to process how you will go to start discussion and all. So that will be very important. It will make you a good listener also. The next point is, that is get feedback. Yes, feedback is very important. How you are dealing in the society, and other people who are your near or dear, or you can say your friends or your seniors, your teachers and all, they can give you a good feedback about yourself. And if you are having a right feedback for your personality, for your deeds, for your actions in the society, and if you are improving these all actions, then definitely you will be perfect in your communication skills. So that listening skills also will improve. Ask trusted people how good a listener you are. Sometime you can ask to your neighbors also, am I a good listener? Or how you are, if somebody is a good listener, try to copy them. How the particular person paying attention towards the lectures, towards the programs and all. So these type of habits make you a good person. Be open to suggestions and work on that. And open to suggestions means, yes, if somebody is suggesting you something, don't take it otherwise. Always take it positive and try to improve in your personality. These things will make you more confident and more sharp and more better than other in the communication process. Practice with media. Yeah, that is very important point. Listen to podcasts, audiobooks or speeches and summarize afterwards. That practice will make you more very good listener. It is very good saying here that I would like to quote, a good listeners can be a good orator. Means here, if you are a good listener, you can become a good orator also. You can become a good speaker also. So for that reason, how you can become a good listener? For that we will require to listen podcast and try to listen audiobooks and due to audio, by listening audiobooks, you will improve your vocabulary, followed by you can make you more good at pronunciation and versed in that particular language in which that audiobook is being taught or being listened. Yeah, so these type of things also will improve your listening habits or listening skills. Try listening without visuals to strengthen your audio comprehension. Yes, audio comprehension is very important. If you are seeing any picture or you are watching movie, television and all, in that sense what happens, all the sense works. The audio is there, the video is there, the picture is there. So in that sense, if you want to be a good listener, try to listen only sounds without picture sounds. Means the system of radio was very good for that. It was improving the listening habit of the people, listening skills of the people. So always try to listen songs and all and audiobooks and all by your ears also, where your eyes will not be involved, only ears will be involved. So that will sensitize your listening skills. The next point is the be patient. Yeah, that's very important. Be patient means especially in emotionally charged in complex conversations. We should be patient. Patience helps prevent misinterpretation and build trust. If you are hearing somebody in patience fully, then it will build a trust also. The next skill is the writing skill. Again, writing skill, how to improve your writing skill? Improving your writing skill is a gradual process that benefits from consistent practice, feedback and exposure to the good writing. So we can follow these points to improve our writing skills. First of all, read actively. Yes, we should try to read widely. That may be related to a fiction, non-fiction, essay, journalism, journals, magazines, newspaper and all. As much as you will read, and accordingly that things will be in your mind and your writing skills also will improve, because you will get a lot of stuff to write something. So that will improve your writing skills also. Pay attention to style, tone, structure and vocabulary. It is also important. If you know lot of structures, tone and vocabulary, you can write any topic, you can write any concept in better way. If you are not having vocabs, so you cannot explain yourself in right way. So that is why it's important. If you want to improve your writing skills, the vocab must be there. Analyze what makes certain passage effective, and it's also important what is making that particular passage effective. So that we should learn. Write regularly. Yeah, that is very important. Practice makes man perfect. That means if you are writing daily, or then your writing skills will improve. Simultaneously, your speed of writing also will be improved. So set a daily and weekly writing goal, like journal entries, essay writing, story writing or post writing, likewise blog writing. So these type of writings, if you will start, your writing skill also will improve. Focus on clarity, coherence and conciseness. Yes, that's also important. If you are writing something, but you are writing in a very concise way, in very clear way, so that will be always admirable, that will be always appreciated. Revisit and revise your own writing critically. That's also important. Suppose I have written something, any paragraph, any blog and all, so try to revisit it and revise it. That is what was the wrong, it was a proper paragraph or not. So that is also, if we do it critically, then definitely we will be able to improve our writing skills. The next communication skill, yeah, the writing skills, how we can improve. The point third is the learn the fundamental. That is very important. Learn the fundamental. How brush up your grammar, punctuation and sentence structure. That is very important. If you are suppose you are using any English language, Hindi language, whatever, whichever language you like, and if you are going to draw any any story or blog or post you want to write, any concept and all, if you don't know a good grammar, then definitely it will not be a good writing. So you must be strong in your grammar also. Study style guides, different style of studies are there. APS style is there, and other styles are there. According to that can be used in research papers and all. Practice different forms, like what is the narrative, what is the descriptive type of the writing, what is the expository, and what are the persuasive writings, like that. So you can go through these all the terminologies. So that will make that these are the fundamentals to learn or how to write. The next point is the seek feedback is also important. Whatever you are writing, you can ask from your friends circle and all. They will tell you where you were wrong and where you there is need to improvise or to improvement, and accordingly we will make the corrections. Then we will be a good writer also. Then the next point is the expand your vocab. Yeah, vocab that is the thoughtfully, that is very important. Vocab is very important in any language, either in Hindi, either in English language, or either in any language. If you are having vocab, you will be able to write correctly. So learn new words in context, not isolation. Use vocabulary that enhances clarity, not to sound overly complex, not try to speak the harsh word or the hard word or the very complex word to show off in the society that you know very well all the things and all. No, always try to make clear and simple communication. Edit ruthlessly. Yes, here we have gone through these 3 points, that is that revise the clarity, flow and brevity. Read your work aloud to catch awkward phrases and rhythm issues. They must be take care of. Focus on structure. Make sure your introduction, body and conclusion are strong. That also very much important. We should take the addition of these particular concepts. Use writing tools like that Grammarly, Hemingway, Editor and Pro Writing Ad. They can help you spot issues, and don't over rely. Use them to learn, and they don't over rely on these tools, but use to learn from them. Then you will be a good writer. Take writing courses or workshop. It's also very important. Always try to be involved in this type of the essay writings and conferences and all. So your skill of writing also will improve. And local writing in groups, communities, college classes can be very helpful to make you a good writer and to improve your writing skills. So the next skill that is very important skill, that is the reading skill. How we will improve the reading skills? Reading skills is very important. Reading means what? Reading is one of the best way to improve your writing, because good readers tend to become a strong writers. Here, how we can read with the purpose or to improve your writing through it, let's understand. So read like a writer. Always try to read anything like a writer. Means if suppose there is no reading at that time, in the absence of that particular paper or literature or the screen, you would be in position to write that particular concepts by your own. Then you will be able, or you can say you are reading something like a writer. How do they start and paragraphs? How do they transition between ideas? What makes their writing clear, engaging or powerful? So these type of all the readings are very important. They must be taken care. Read a variety of genres. Yes, that is very important. Each genre teaches different writing skills. Like if we talk about the fictions, they help with the storytelling, character development, dialogue and pacing, etc. So the pacing by the fictions, you will learn these type of the skills. If anything is from the non-fiction, that improves your clarity, structure and argumentation, that will improve. So for that reason, the non-fiction is very important. We talk about the journalism. Yeah, it sharpens our the concise writing and attention to the facts. So journalism is very important to improve your reading and writing both. And poetry, yeah, it enhances the imaginary capacity and rhythms and word choice of the person. So that is why the poetry is also very important. It makes you more emotional and connect to the societies and different activities in the societies. So for that purpose, you would need to start poetry and all, so that reading habit will improve, and followed by your writing skills and vocab also will improve by adopting these type of the practices. Keep reading journals. Yeah, journals, as we know, there are different journals or different category of journals, Q1, Q2, Q3 and others, national, international, local, all in all the languages and different subjects, matters and all. So these journals, if you will learn or if you will read the diverse journals, it will improve your thought process, and you will be more open-minded and you will be more open towards the world, and you will learn the different things from the different parts of this world. So that will be a take note, always be so take note of the interesting phrases and sentence from these particular journals, and try to learn or write the new vocabulary from these journals, and improve your writing techniques that you admire, and then try to use those technique in your own writing also. Suppose you have seen writing style of somebody, your friends, your colleague or anybody, so try to copy that particular writing style, and you can improve your writing skills or in reading skills also. Reread and imitate, that is also important. Reread your favorite passage and try to mimic the style in the short piece of the year on. It's not copying, it's a learning technique through the practice. So always try to repeat the things to make it more perfect, and try to repeat again and again in the same passage and the same material. Then it will be more strong in your mind, and you will be able to learn it properly. Challenge yourself, a very important and dynamic point, like the challenge yourself. You should always take the things as a challenge. If we don't know how to write, we should learn. If we don't know how to speak, we should learn. If we don't know how to get the position, yeah, you should learn. So for that, challenge yourself. Read text that stretch your comprehension. Look for authors known for the strong writing, such as George Orwell, John J. These are the few foreigners, and J.D. Smith and McClone, Gottwell. These are the few. These has been examples they taken from the internet, AI and all. So you can have the good example in your languages, in your areas, in your localities for that particular purpose. The last skill, that is the speaking skills. That is very important. When you will, we cover all these skills like reading, writing and learning skills, and finally these all skills will be converted into the speaking skills, because speaking skills is just outcome of these all learning skills and reading, listening and writing skills. So speaking skills is required whether for public speaking, casual conversation or professional conversation, that can be improved by using following efforts. Yeah, we should make the different efforts to improve our speaking skills. First of all, listen to good speakers. Yeah, that is very important. If we want to become a good speaker, first of all, we should listen who are the good speakers and how they are trying to conceptualize their things, how they speak on the different topics or different concepts. We should try to evaluate, try to observe that speaking also. So that is very important. For that, we can watch TED Talks, speeches, podcast or interviews of the different senior persons or the professionals who are good at their speaking level. And focus on tone, pacing, clarity and how they are structuring the idea. These all things can be taken from the speeches. If we are listening somebody or we are giving time to listen speech of any expert, then we will learn all the things from that. And note what makes them engaging. Storytelling, humor, pause, etc. That is also very important. How that particular person is engaging to the public to complete his or her complete talk. By story, by humor, by pause, what they are using, what tactics they are using. So these type of things also try to learn how they are engaging the audience during the paucity of the ideas and all. So these are the very important points. We should take care to become a good speaker. The next point is the practice speaking regularly. That is very important. If we are not practicing anything regularly, we cannot become a perfect, we cannot have the perfection in that particular context. So for that, take out a loud to yourself when explaining ideas. Try to speak in front of mirror. Try to speak that idea in loud voice so that you can hear properly and you can improve your speaking. Record yourself answering questions and giving the short talk, and that is also very important tactics here. That is very practice. You should need to record your voice, record your speeches, record your question answering and all, or any short talk in the mobile. There nowadays in the mobile is available it is just following by the most of the students. So you can record your voice in that and hear that where you were wrong, where you are right, where there is need to improve. So according to you can improve your speaking power, explaining power. Join groups like the Toastmasters and local speaking clubs, and also these are the just examples. You can have different examples from your societies also, so you can go through that. Expand your vocabulary but keep it natural. We should try to improve our vocabulary, but we should make it natural. Try to speak in local words or simple words. Practice using new words in sentence out of loud. Yes, so that is also very important point. The next point is organize your thoughts before speaking. That's very important. What happens in generally, we always try to speak without thinking or without preparation. That may not be a good impression. Means it may be a faulty impression on the audiences. So for that, a pre-preparation is very important. You must be prepared first, and then you have to start your discussion. And try to learn these 4 words, that is the PREP, PREP, that point, reason, example and point again. So these type of the systematized point of preparation is also very much required. Past, present and future. Yeah, during the storytelling or updates, try to think that in which period you have to talk. You have to talk in present, you have to talk in past or future. So try to correlate all the time frame. Work on clarity and confidence. That's also very important. Slow down. Nerve often speed you up. Yeah, that what happens whenever we go for on the podium or for speaking and all. First of all, try to calm down yourself. Take a long, deep breath and then start your talking, because it generally happens whenever we go there and our palpitation get high and your nervous system get more strong, and likewise, so you try to slow down that. Use short simple sentences, especially when nervous. And when we are nervous and talking in it, at that time we should not search very tough words or jargons or very phrases and all idioms. At that time you need to use very simple sentences, simple words, so that it may improve your confidence. Then after some time, when you get used to that particular discussion, then you can start using the good words, phrases, idioms and all. So that will make your pace for the discussion, pace of your flow of the information and all. So that will be important. Make your eye contact and use natural gestures. And suppose you are going to talk and try to speak something and you are not making eye contact properly, then again it will lose your confidence. So for that, proper eye contact is there, and use the natural gestures. Don't look that you are not in confidence, you are just in a hurry or like that. So yeah, such type of the gestures should not be followed. Use feedback to improve, and most of the time we should need to improve. In that sense, if after completing your speech you can ask to your audience that yes, everything was fine, where I was lacking, yeah, there's need to improvise, and you can improve on that particular points if any feedbacks comes from the audience side. So you can, in that sense, you can become a good speaker. Try to tool and apps. Here nowadays there are several tools and apps is also available in the system, so you can use that particular apps also, like this Elsa Speak and SpeechLink or Orai can help you without punctuation, without pronunciation and fluency. So it will improve your fluency with your pronunciation and all. So these apps are very much important. Record yourself regularly to track improvement, and try to speak again and again. Record yourself and listen that, and if there is need to improvement, and improve accordingly. So that is continuous process that will make you a good speaker. Well, so if we talk about what are the core soft skills of communication, there is two type of basic skills: soft skills and hard skills in communication. And what are the soft skills of communication? These skills are very important. We should know these are the soft skills, like that active listening, empathy, clarity and conciseness, non-verbal communication, confidence. These are the internal activities, these are internal vibes, or they should be maintained, and these are called the core soft skill of the communication. So always try to be focused, always try to, and if we talk about the active listening, what is this? This is just a fully focusing on speaking, not just waiting to talk. Nodding, yeah, in between you should try to shake your head. That is nodding means, that means you are just paying attention, and summarizing and asking clarifying questions. That will show the active listening of any student. Empathy is understanding and respecting others' feeling or perspective. That is empathy. It always helps in building the trust and connection with the people. And clarity and conciseness means expressing ideas clearly without rambling or avoiding jargons when unnecessary. Yes, unnecessary jargons always not be promoted. Non-verbal communication, body language, facial expressions, eye contact and posture also should be positive, should be good. Tone of voice and gestures also matters. They should be maintained as per the need or as per the cultural. Confidence is speaking with the assurance. Even if you are unsure, then still you will try to speak with full confidence. Not arrogance, just calm and assertive delivery that is required. Sometimes overconfidence is harmful. We should not show our overconfidence, but our assertive posture is very important, and positivity is very much important during the discussion. Emotional quotient, yes, that's also intelligence. Emotional intelligence is also important. Recognize your own emotions, managing them, reading others' emotional cues and responding appropriately. Open-mindedness, that is also important. Feedback, that is also adaptability, that is also very important. And persuasive and influences, convincing others without being pushy. Backing up opinions with logic and empathy. So these all the points that deals with the soft skills of the communication, and these skills must be developed in the personality, or try to inculcate these all the traits in yourself to become a good speaker or good communicator. Now we are coming to the hard skills. Sometimes hard skills in communication, they are the writing skills, that may be presentation skills, In writing skills, if we talk about writing skill, the different writing skills are there, like the technical writing, report writing, email, business correspondence, copywriting, content creation, grammar, punctuation and formatting. These are the writing skills and the hard skills in communication. Presentation skills also, that is the public speaking, slide deck creation, data visualization, voice modulation, use of audio visual ads, technology and the PowerPoint and all. These are the presentation skills we must know. Then digital communication tools, like the proficiency with the email platforms, Gmail out and all. Use of collaboration tools like Slack, Microsoft, video conferencing, Zoom, Google Meet and social media management, professional purposes. These are the digital communication tools, the hard skills. If we want to improve our communication, we want to establish ourselves as national or international level, then we would need these type of digital communication tools or these skills. Foreign language proficiency, ability to read, write, speak another language, also international or multicultural communication. Editing and proofreading is very important. Checking for clarity, tone correctness, adhering to style of guide like that APA style, MLA style. They should know how these people are using these styles in the researches and all. So if we would know these are hard skills, then we can become a successful orator, a good communicator.
If you have understand the process of communication, the basic aspects of communication is a soft skill. If you read more, you will able to give better presentation. Similarly, if you write more, you will be able to, your abilities are going to be enhanced. Write about the communication skills. What are the communication skills? Name any 5 communication skills which you know. The question, second questions, describe types of communication skills in details. What is communication skills? What are the elements involved in communication skills? What are the points to be considered? And practice all the basics communication skills in your personal and professional life. As far as references are concerned, Extension Education and Management, written by G.L. Ray, and there are other books are also available. Communication by Lesker. Thank you.